So I want to give you an example of a real life scenario that I have recently with a cash out refinance. A lot of people kind of say, well, I have a 2.75, I have a low interest rate, I don't want to refinance, rates are too high. So they, get stuck in these kind of high interest debts. And, we know credit card debt is through the roof and some people are drowning right now. So I had a client, a good friend of mine, come to me and say, listen, hey, we're drowning on this credit card debt. What can we do for you? Or what can you do for us to get us out of this? So I'll give you an example. They had a $350,000 loan balance at 5.75 as interest rate, right? Good interest rate at the time. They were paying $2,042 a month for the mortgage payment alone. They had $32,000 of credit card debt, okay? High interest, non-write-off, non-taxable or non-interest write-off. You can't write that off with the IRS. And they were paying $2,800 a month. And I'm telling you right now, that was their minimum payments. They were not budging at all onto the principal of those credit cards. And then they had a car loan that had about $18,000 left over that they were paying $855 a month. So combined with their mortgage, their credit card debts, and their car loan, they were paying $5,697 a month spending that money. We took them and refinanced their loan. Now we went to a higher rate, which everybody says don't do, but we put them in a rate out of 6.625 interest rate. We did their new loan at $450,000, okay? So it completely paid off all their debt, and they wanted an extra $50,000 because they wanted to do a little bit of work in their backyard, redo a bathroom that was actually moldy for their little kids, that was scary, and also they needed to fix a couple things with their mom's car. So a really good feel-good story. So put them in a whole new loan, closing costs, everything out the door, paid off all that debt, rolled it into a mortgage, which now has mortgage interest, which is a write-off, so they're getting a little bit more back on their taxes for $2,816. So they were paying $5,697. We dropped it down to $2,816 with still a higher interest rate and putting $50,000 in their pocket. Great deal. In a lot of scenarios, we were able to do this as well. They were able to skip 2 months of mortgage payments, right? So they were paying $2,042. They saved 2 months of that. That's $4,084 they saved right then and there just by skipping those 2 months of mortgage payments. Now when their payment was due on the third month, they were saving over $2,800 a month. They were relieved. They're free. They have more cash flow. Their credit went through the roof because it was kind of really bad with this revolving debt. And now they're feeling so much more better and they're on cruise control. But again, sometimes it's not all about having a low rate and keeping your low rate. Talk to a loan officer. Sometimes there's options out there.